Hello everybody, my name is Ed Fredericks. Thank you for joining me. I'm here for another fireside chat, but as you can see, sans the fire, as they say. Anyway, we're getting down to the final 1 or 2 days of voting, and I hear that it's a very touch and go situation. It's my personal opinion that we have a lose-lose situation here, but I'll get to that in a moment. I have 3 topics I'd like to discuss with you today. The first topic has to do with the concerned residents. Sometimes we call ourselves concerned citizens. Fingers have been pointed saying that we are a cult, that we are comprised of individuals, mindless individuals that are the minions of 1 or 2 individuals. And I'd just like to assure everybody that that is not the case. What the concerned residents are is an affiliation of residents that share the same concerns for our community. That's all. We are just concerned. We want to be involved. We want to help our community get through the dark hours. We want our community to shine. We want our community to be a desirable place. And so we share concerns about the direction our community is going in. We're concerned about special interests that seem to have quite a bit of influence on decision making. It is our opinion that this CCR addendum is a toxic, terrible document that should have never been given to the residents, except special interests control the board. Special interests are a majority on the board. And because of that, we were faced with this. And everyone has to admit, these last 30 days, if you will, 29 days, 28 days, has hurt this community. Many people I talk to say this community is divided. And that division comes from the top. So, concerned residents are concerned about the direction. They're concerned about the influence of special interests. And they're concerned about a transformation that appears to be occurring. And that transformation seems to be, if I can put it into my own words, the commercialization of our community. Advertising, signs, renting out of our amenities. Everyone knows the Manor is now the golf banquet hall. You can rent rooms at Hermitage. You can rent rooms at Ashley. A non-resident can rent these rooms. And with audio, visual, or not. So this concerns us. Where's the plan for this? Why wasn't this put up for discussion? The second thing I'd like to talk to you about is the CCR addendum. It is a toxic document that will hurt this community immensely. And the thing that really, there's 2 issues that are problematic to me. One is that the CCR addendum gives authority to 3 people, the majority of the board, 3 people, gives authority to these 3 people to set the procedures, the policies, the permissions for the utilization of our common area, for the usage of our common area, including permissions. That's the key word here. For who? For residents, for renters, for their guests, and now for invitees. Invitees, as we all know, we've probably heard, are individuals that have a commercial interest in our community. What that really means, or how you can interpret that, is that invitees are people that have paid for access. Is this heading towards our amenities being offered to non-residents? Why else would it be in there if it wasn't? So it's very concerning to us. The second issue of the CCR addendum is it takes out all restrictions on the funding of the golf courses. The board has the authority now to maintain, to renovate, to improve, to operate the golf courses, and all costs go to lot owners, are assessed to lot owners. I believe it's called Section 2.5. It is highly detrimental to each and every resident here. That is going to end up costing us much, much money. The third item I'd like to discuss real briefly is the issue of truth and trust. One gets you the other. You can't have one without the other. It is my opinion our board has not been truthful. And because of that, I and many other individuals have lost all trust in the board. So, what are some of the examples? Well, let's not even talk about that. Let's just recognize that there has been quite a bit of misinformation put out. And as we've come to recognize, our board is the largest purveyor of misinformation. It's not individuals, it's our board. It's tragic. So, to sum this up, I don't want to keep everybody for too long. To sum this up, what our leadership has done is they have catered to special interests, and they have provided residents with an ultimatum. And that ultimatum is all or none. You give us everything we want, or we shut the whole thing down. That is a disservice to our community. And that's why many, many people are voting no, because they do not appreciate being given an ultimatum. Taking that a step further, our board has produced a lose-lose situation. Whatever the vote is, yes or no, somebody's going to be very unhappy. And I would venture to say that one side that is unhappy will make it their business to make sure the other side feels the pain as well. If one side is happy, that one side that is unhappy will share. We'll make sure that the happy side feels the pain as well. It's a lose-lose. There was an opportunity for a win-win. Non-golfers were willing to come to the table and say, how can we reduce the cost of maintaining this? Instead of just special assessments and then taking X amount of dollars monthly. I hope everyone realizes that. Take this $175 special assessment, add it to the $15 monthly for 2,820 residents, and you have over $1 million. What's interesting is our board said that they will spend $675 this year of our discretionary reserves, and then have just taken out $341,000 of our discretionary reserves. So altogether, that's $1 million. Where did that go? As of August, they put out a list of the projects, which comes up to about $250,000. Where did this other money go? Who knows? Well, we know who knows. They know, but will they tell us? So, truth and trust. And we have ourselves here a lose-lose. So, we have to unite. We have to come together. I don't know how that will happen. I'm optimistic, but I tell you, I think that there's a lot of hurt feelings, and those hurt feelings will continue for some time. Thank you for joining me. God bless everyone. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you.